You know, I can't really see your faces all too well right now, but I'm assuming they're all very beautiful. In my opinion, people should be a little less self-conscious about themselves and their beautiful characteristics. I was certainly self-conscious 5 years ago in my 5th grade gym class when I was afraid to breathe, yes, breathe, in front of my friends. And I know that sounds a little weird, being afraid to breathe, but just let me explain. So when I was in 5th grade, a lot of my friends were super fit and athletic. So whenever we'd have gym class together, they would work out with ease. I, however, was a little bit different. This was me in 5th grade, and I wasn't so fit or athletic. So whenever I'd be exercising in gym, I'd hold my breath in front of my friends to make it seem like I wasn't exerting myself. Because God forbid I breathed in front of my friends. That would make me look terrible, right? I'm just kidding, totally one in half. And that example is a little bit extreme, being afraid to breathe. But self-consciousness can strike in even the smallest situations. How many of you in the audience have been on Zoom at least 5 times since the start of quarantine? Just raise your hands. Once again, I can't really see you all that well, but I'm assuming the vast majority of you have them. And you may not notice this, but having the opportunity to stare at your face on a screen for long periods of time causes you to develop perceptions of yourself that nobody else really pays any attention to. Like, I have a zit on my cheek, or I have a deviated septum, or there's a piece of hair sticking up in the back of my head. Totally minor things, right? Now, what happens when you ignore your face and get into a lively conversation with your fellow Zoomers? Or what happens when you click off of the Zoom tab and finish typing up that essay of yours? You're not looking at yourself anymore. You're doing what you're meant to be doing. And that's when productivity skyrockets. But how do you become so enlightened and successful and ultimately productive? Well, to do that, one must consider 2 things: ego and perspective. Allow me to introduce you to psychological egoism. There have been thousands of studies confirming that all humans are inherently selfish. When you do something nice for someone, you expect something in return, whether that be a reward, gratitude, or just that warm feeling inside of you. And being selfish totally doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can actually be a good thing. Picture this. A 15-year-old boy just got a new pair of shoes, and he thinks they are the coolest things ever. He thinks they're so cool that in between classes at his school, he struts around the hallway, showing his shoes off to everyone. He cares about how he looks and the reactions that he will receive. Now, as the boy is walking through the hallway, he passes a girl with pretty messy hair. And as the two pass each other, they exchange a quick glance, but neither of them really think much of the other person. The boy is too concerned with how he looks in his cool new shoes. And the girl is too concerned with how bad she looks after rolling out of bed 5 minutes before her bus came that morning. Neither of them care more about themselves than themselves. In other words, nobody cares more about you than you. Everyone on earth is simply trying to live their lives. Everyone has an ego, and it's what drives us to think more about ourselves than anyone else. You'd be surprised just how little random people care about you. Almost nobody is walking around for the sole purpose of looking for people to persecute and judge. And the very few people who do behave like that do not enjoy their lives. So what happens the next time you're strolling through your next hallway, or your next street, or your next anywhere? By realizing just how little strangers care about you, you'll find that a great weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. But what about when the attention is forced on you? Say you're presenting at a meeting, or giving a class presentation, or delivering a TED Talk. Here comes perspective to save the day. No two people in this room are the same in their experiences. Experiences define our opinions and points of view and ways of life. And no two people in this room have lived the exact same life. Hence, no two people in this room think in the exact same way. Let's take things back to our friend from the hallway again. So as I mentioned, the boy from the hallway just got a new pair of shoes and he thinks they are the coolest things ever. He thinks they're so cool that he sends a picture of them to a group chat with two of his friends in it. Friend one responds to the picture pretty quickly, and he says, "Dang, those shoes are really nice." The boy from the hallway likes his answer because he totally agrees. Friend two also responds pretty quickly. But his response to the shoes is a little bit different. He says, I don't like them. The boy from the hallway does not like this response as much. But instead of asking friend two why he feels this way, because he thinks it'll make him seem prideful or something, he evaluates the situation. Maybe it's just personal taste, he ponders. But personal taste is often influenced by something. You don't just form an opinion off of nothing. You need motivation for that. And that's when the boy from the hallway remembers something. Friend two is a total sneakerhead. He has around 50 pairs of shoes. Some might say his palate for shoes is refined. So of course, his response to the boy from the hallway's shoes would be lackluster. Because of friend two's experiences, his perspective differed from the hallway boys. Now friend one, who gave the response that the boy from the hallway liked, has just one pair of shoes. They are black boots with mud and dirt all over them, which he does not care to wash because he loves them just the way they are. So of course his response to the boy from the hallway's new shoes would be something positive. Because of friend one's experiences, his perspective made him pretty easy to impress. One person here right now may think that my outfit is nice. And another person here might think that my outfit isn't anything too special. But if I let my insecurities and my perspective be the dominant perspective, say I thought everyone here hated my outfit, everyone, just because I may hate my outfit, then all of my negative feelings towards myself and insecurities will appear to be what everyone thinks of me. And that's not good. You don't want that. So in summary, ego plus perspective equals confidence. It's that simple. It's easy to think that when you mess up or do something wrong, that the entire world is looking down on you. But they really aren't. And it might be hard to believe me, so I want you all to test ego and perspective out yourselves. The next time you're in public, I want you to sing a line from one of your favorite songs. I wanna rock with you all night. That's your example. Rock With You by Michael Jackson. And some people may look at you funny for singing. Some people might laugh. But 2 hours after everyone's left that public area, half the people there will have forgotten that you sang in the first place. 24 hours later, another quarter will have forgotten that you sang. People care about themselves and not so much you. That's ego. But what about the person who doesn't forget right away? Remember to employ perspective. One person there might have thought that your singing was wonderful. Another person there might have thought that your singing was terrible, but your choice to sing in the first place was very brave. That's perspective. And what about the person who hated that you sung? What are they going to do about it? Are they going to insult you the next time they see you, if they even see you? Well, guess who had the confidence to get up there and sing in the first place? Not them. They would rather put someone down than go up there and seize the day themselves. And that's just an insult to them. So what do you all plan on doing the next time that you're around people? By embracing a little bit of carelessness with others, and maybe breaking out into song, you'll find that a whole lot of your stresses, conscious and subconscious, will slowly fade away. But the most important thing to remember from all of this is that you should never, ever, ever be afraid to breathe in front of your friends. Thank you.